It's the Texas weather discussion video. This is for Wednesday, the 22nd of August. I'm Donovan Neal. Dry and very hot are the main two headline words for the rest of this week into the weekend into most of next week as we lock ourselves into another hot pattern. There's nothing to watch in the tropics in the Atlantic, but there's definitely something for the Pacific. We're watching Hurricane Lane approaching the Hawaiian Islands. So here's a look at the upper air look across the nation this afternoon. You can see that upper high starting to really building over much of the state, over much of the state. Main mid latitude westerly stay to the northwest of us. We lock ourselves into drier air. On the watch warning map, we have an air quality alert in effect for much of the DFW metro area. Go up to the northwest, we have flash flood watches in effect for parts of Utah and parts of Colorado. And even further north, we have dense fog advisories in effect for much of the northern Pacific coastal states. But down here, we remain relatively quiet. On the convective outlooks, we have marginal risks in effect just to the northeast and northwest of us. On day 2, we have a standard slight risk in effect for central Nebraska, extending towards South Dakota. And on day 3, that risk activity shifts off to the east. This is the average rainfall for the next 7 days, valid through Monday evening of next week. Heavier totals remain out to the northwest of us, but down here, nothing for north and central Texas. We remain dry for the next 7 to 10 days. And in the tropics, just want to point out, the Atlantic Basin remains totally quiet for the next 48 hours to 5 days. Nothing expected, no tropical activity there, which is very anomalous for this time of the year. Typically in late August, we'd have something. But in the Central Pacific, we do have something. We have Hurricane Lane that's on the board. Has been a Category 5 with maximum sustained winds at 160 miles an hour. Here's another view of Hurricane Lane in conjunction to the Hawaiian Islands. It's very close to the Hawaiian Islands. This is the official track of the National Hurricane Center. You can see that hurricane watches and warnings are basically starting to go in effect. And when it's basically close to skirting the islands, it's expected the NHC is expecting this to weaken, but you never know with this thing. You always have to be aware, and you have to always be aware and be informed. Now, the track actually has this just to the west of the island, just to the west of the island, the eye just to the west of the island. But you never know if that eye just basically wobbles more to the east. That could be a big impact for the Hawaiian Islands, and that would be a major problem. And Hawaii has to be prepared for that. And so we'll watch this over the next several days. So let's go on to the mall output. This is the 06Z run that the GFS valid this afternoon at 1 o'clock. You can see that 594 heat ring start to take shape in our area. Down here, as a result of that, not much rain to be mentioned here. Highs will be in the mid to upper 90s for the rest of this week. Here's Thursday. Here's Friday. Here's Saturday. And here's Sunday. You can see our weather really doesn't change much. We really start to warm up on Saturday. By Friday, I think some places could be in the triple digits. Some places could be in the triple digits. We could get that hot. But other than that, highs remain in the upper 90s with more sun than clouds. It's not much changing for the early parts of next week. Here's Monday. Here's Tuesday. And a week from today, Wednesday, the 29th of August, you can see we have troughing just to the northwest of us, broad ridging here, and down here, we still continue to remain very warm with highs in the mid 90s and very dry. Here's out 10 days. This is Friday, the 31st of August. The last day of meteorological summer. You can see that 594 heat ring for much of the central United States, and down here we still continue to remain dry. But you can see for the numbers for the next 15 days, we're pretty much as that upper high starts to take shape in our area, we pretty much stay mild throughout the weekend. But as we approach next week, heat levels start to cool down a few degrees, and then we start to go even cooler towards September. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. I'll run it in the blog. Next video here should be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can, catch your local TV stations on the air at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and Godspeed.